The amount of happiness and joy that we are experiencing is in direct relation to the quality of our attention. Sam Harris recently said that, and I haven't stopped thinking about it. What does he mean by quality of attention? How can we measure the quality of our attention? And does attention really influence our happiness? Let's start by understanding what attention is. Attention is our primary connection to reality. In other words, what we pay attention to is what we're conscious of. And so whatever we're paying attention to fills our awareness and helps us understand reality. So what we pay attention to fills our awareness, and what we are aware of dictates our experience and our understanding of reality. And so needless to say, attention is very important. And the thing is, tech companies and other companies know this deeply, how valuable our attention is. And so they've done everything they can to capture that attention. And they've actually done this really well. So well, in fact, that psychologists have come up with a new term to describe the kind of attention that we are giving our phone. And they call it constant partial attention. Meaning that even when your phone is in your pocket or in the other room, our attention is always constantly divided, constantly pulled towards our phone. And that's exactly what Sam Harris is talking about, I think, is that the quality of our attention cannot be 100% if our attention is partially pulled constantly towards our phone. And it's not just our phones that do this. It can be any random thought that you allow to capture part of your attention during a conversation or when you're trying to focus on something at work. Whenever our attention is pulled in two different ways, we're diminishing the quality of our attention in the present moment. And that can also be our anxieties or our worries about the future. And so I want you to think about the last time that you experienced happiness, that you experienced true joy. I'd be willing to bet that you were fully present, that you are fully immersed in the present moment. Because when our attention is fragmented and we are letting our mind wander about future worries or thinking about the mistakes that we've made in the past, then our experience in the present moment becomes diminished. And now I'm not saying that if you're always present and always focused without being fragmented in the present moment, that you're always going to be happy. That's not what I'm saying, and I don't think that's what Sam Harris is arguing either. But what I think the point is that when we are able to focus on the present moment, when we're able to give our undivided attention to what is happening in front of us, our experience of life is augmented because we are not filled with anxiety, our constant worry about the future, and we're not ruminating about the past. And the thing is that the present moment is really the only thing that exists. And since it's the only thing that exists, it's the only thing that deserves our undivided attention. So yeah, the more I thought about that quote from Sam Harris, the more depth I found in it. And I think he's onto something. I think the word I have used a couple times during this is deliberate. I think the more deliberate we are and aware we are in the way that we pay attention, I think that's going to increase our quality of life and our overall sense of well-being dramatically. Because so much of our life is wasted in our phones or unconscious rumination and anxiety. And so as we are more deliberate about our attention, about making sure our attention is not diminished, it's not pulled from what really is, I think our overall sense of well-being and quality of life is going to increase. And that doesn't mean that we're always going to be happy, but I think that living a full life in at least partially means that we were deliberate about the way that we paid attention. Anyways, I love thinking about quotes like this and kind of picking them apart and finding value in them. So if you thought this was interesting as well, stick around and I'll catch you in the next video.